Welcome, everyone, to my Dynamics Weekly newsletter and podcast. Glad to have you here. This is Noah. This is my seventh edition of Dynamics Weekly, focusing on the Microsoft Dynamics Solutions 365 for BC and F&O, AX, GP, NAV, and SL. And even though I mainly focus on financial reporting and budgeting and analysis for these solutions, occasionally I do throw in other stuff, like I'm going through a big AI project right now, a learning phase for AI. So in this edition, well, let me just let you know, we just wrapped up Mardi Gras here. All this week I am online. If you have any ideas about topics for this newsletter, podcast, just send those questions, comments, suggestions my way on the LinkedIn comments section, or just message me on LinkedIn. You've also got my email address out there as well. Just to remind you of the products that I focus on, below the ERP solutions would be Prospero Financial Reporting and Budgeting, Microsoft Management Reporter, and Financial Reporting for Dynamics 365 BC and F&O. And I still support Microsoft FRX and Microsoft Forecaster, which those were sunset years ago by Microsoft, but we still have clients that are using those applications. So I'm still handling those questions as they come in. And I am wrapping up this week at the opera. So I'll let you know how that goes on the next newsletter for my opera night. In this edition of the podcast, I'll be talking about my update on that new trial site we started a few weeks ago for a Dynamics 365 BC client. We have a webinar coming up Monday morning, which is I'm just sitting in on it. I'm not leading or presenting. Is a webinar on 365 BC's out-of-the-box financial reporting features. And that's at 10 Central this morning, for March 10th. And it's hosted by Dynamic Communities. So I'm going to sit in on that. If you get a chance, there's a link further down. If you can't, I'll update you and everybody else on that webinar in my next podcast. We still have about 3 trial sites that are open for March for Prospero Financial Reporting and Budgeting. I'll recap the Academy classes that are coming up for Dynamic Communities in October. A little recap on how my work with AI is going, and a recap on the March and June training classes we offer. So we'll start off first about the Dynamics 365 BC financial reporting, that new trial site that we started for a client just recently, just a few weeks ago. They had been using SL for years and Management Reporter for their financial statements. They started using 365 BC last year. They're having a really hard time with the financial statements inside BC. So I suggested we start them on a trial site for Prospero financial reporting. So we got that started. The trial site is up and ready for them. Last week, they had added some missing dimensions that they had in SL that did not get carried forward to BC. So the BC team got those new codes added to BC's chart of accounts so that we could use them in reporting now. But they have not reloaded the actuals or the data to populate BC yet. So we're waiting for the BC team to reload the actuals, and then we'll start running reports and proofing those numbers. Hopefully that will roll out this week, and we'll have some good progress on that for next week's podcast update. For the webinar on BC financial reporting, that is today on March 10th. Dynamic Communities is hosting that. I registered for that through a LinkedIn site. I've got the link on my print newsletter here, the text version, if you want to sign up for that. I'm sure they have it also on their Dynamic Communities website. And if you can check for I think it's Aaliyah Hanson, Hanson on LinkedIn. That's who is presenting the webinar today. So if you find that link or use it through the newsletter here, sign up. If you can't sign up, I'll update you on my findings after I attend this morning. I'm not a big fan of financial reporting in BC right now. It seems to me very limited, but hey, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there are some features and approaches that I just don't know about yet. So we'll see what is in that webinar today, and I'm hoping there's some good stuff to learn from it. Our Prospero trial sites, we still have 3 left for March. We rotate those every month, so as soon as we get some wrapped up, more pop up available, and we can sign up the next person in the list. So if you are interested in our 30-day trial sites for Prospero financial reporting and budgeting, or either one of those, financial reporting or budgeting, we can sign you up. You can use our demo database, which is a really quick way to start using the application, testing how to run reports, use the budgeting piece of Prospero. Or we can also set it up with your own chart of accounts with an integration to your GL data, your accounts, your calendars, your balances and transactions. So those are available for the 30-day trial sites for Prospero. If you're interested, just send me a comment or click that link for a book an appointment, and we'll schedule a short intro call to get us rolling for that trial site. And again, those are no obligation, so we'll be glad to set those up for you, let you get a hands-on for the application. If you like it, it's easy for us to take that data, that if we use your data, and roll it over to production. Summit 2025. That is the one going to be in Orlando in October, October 19th through the 23rd. That should be, as usual, a big event for the Dynamics community. We have 2 classes that we are leading prior to Summit. So that's Saturday and Sunday before Summit actually starts. We have on the 18th a management reporter training class for it's aimed for the GP users in the community, but AX users are still out there using Management Reporter and SLR as well. So if any of those 3 want to apply, they're welcome to join us for that Management Reporter training class. And then we have on that Sunday the 19th a similar class for the 365 financial reporting, which really relates to F&O. It is not intended for BC clients. It is for the F&O clients for financial reporting. Those are hands-on classroom environments. We start in the morning, go all through the day. They provide you lunch. If you are, we offer online classes, but if you are missing or if you're a fan of classroom environments, that's what these are. Classroom environments. You come in, you sit down in a room with everybody, bring your laptops. You have a presenter that walks you through exercises with hands-on trial and error. If you get stuck, they can walk over and help you through the exercise and get you going. So a great way for training in a classroom-based environment. All right, how is my work with AI going? I started looking at AI projects a few weeks back. Had a long list I got from Microsoft Copilot of the um, most commonly used AI bots out there. A lot of them did not apply to anything I do as far as financial reporting and budgeting and analysis. So I went back and I started focusing on Microsoft Copilot, which Copilot is great for certain things. I really use it a good deal for marketing, checking emails. Um, but as far as making financial statements, making a budget setup, running a budget, and that I don't think those applications, those bots are ready for that process yet. I'm gonna start looking at Chat GPT next, but I'll probably be in the same boat. And they've rolled out some other ones recently. Claude was one of them that I just saw the name pop up last week. So they're rolling stuff out, but I really don't think that they are um, what I'm aiming for so far for financial reporting and budgeting purposes. But anyway, I also did last week. I asked Microsoft Copilot to help me with some marketing piece. I just asked it to go out there, put together a PowerPoint slide deck for me about some simple ways to improve productivity for someone. So that process there, Copilot came back, gave me a PowerPoint, a lot of slides. Um, Nothing that I really could publish as a professional product. I had to then take that rough draft that Copilot gave me and then make a lot of changes. It took a couple of hours to get it to where I felt comfortable actually publishing that on LinkedIn. So I did last week publish that 7 simple and effective strategies to enhance activity productivity. Posted that on my LinkedIn account. I posted the version that I worked on with AI. I did not publish the one that AI did all by itself. So if you want to see the AI version, just comment, let me know, and I'll send you that copy. You won't be impressed with that copy, uh, but at least you can see the big differences. It does give you a good jump on production there, but all the finesse and the fine tuning, you have to yourself go into and make those changes, which is fine. AI, even though it's making leaps and bounds, it's new for us, so we're all learning. Training classes. We have closed the March class registration. Those are full for us. We have rolled out the June dates for our next set of classes, June 17th, 18th, and 19th. So, June 17th, we are having the Management Reporter Report Building Basics class. That's an all day class, all online, led by a real instructor, not a co-pilot chatbot. So one of us will be leading that class with you on the 17th of June, walking you through hands-on exercises, building reports from scratch. If you're brand new to Management Reporter, or if you're just a new hire and you've been assigned to that project, this is a great class for you to go to get hands-on training. Building trial balance statements, building income statements, using reporting trees, getting a feel for the application. And that is really targeted for our Dynamics GP users, AX users, and SL users. So all three of those could be using Management Reporter for financial reporting. On the 18th of June, we have a similar class for Dynamics 365 F&O, financial reporting. So that is the same structure, hands-on online classes led by a real instructor. You get to build your own trial balance reports, build your own income statements, use reporting trees, give a hands-on for that application. And between F&O's financial reporting application and Management Reporter, they are very similar. When they rolled out the F&O version, they just dropped some functionality from Management Reporter. They dropped the name Management Reporter, but the majority of things function the same way. And then on June 19th, we have Prospero Financial Reporting. Again, all online, building reports from scratch, hands-on exercises, building trial balance statements, income statements, department and location income statements, forecasted income statements, all from the comfort of your office or even from your own home. So that is for June 19th, Prospero Financial Reporting. So if you want to sign up for any of those 3 classes, please do so. The links are in my newsletter, and you'll find them in my LinkedIn news feed as well. All right. I am wrapping up this podcast for the 10th of March. Got to get ready for that webinar that's rolling out at 10 Central for BC Financial Reporting. I'll let you know how that goes. Glad you could join me today. Um, this is our 7th newsletter. We'll have the next one roll out this coming Monday. I'll let you know how some updates on these projects have been going, anything new that have rolled out. Until then, we appreciate everybody being a fan, subscribing, commenting, likes, shares, reposts are all appreciated. A little tag down at the bottom of my newsletter. Go make the world a little better for someone. All right, everybody. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next Monday.